Good morning, children. So, good morning, class 12. Hope you all are fine. You're doing well. But in the last week, I have conducted a test. Only few of you have submitted the paper. It is not good. It shows that many of you are not preparing. Many of you are not doing online studies. That means you will be in a great loss because these chapters will not be repeated. It is not possible to repeat. It is not possible to repeat when regular class will start because the syllabus is very vast. Okay, I have seen only very few children have submitted the test papers. It is not at all good. That means many are not concerned, so it will be a great loss for them. So in future, in the other chapters, they may not be able to understand properly then if they are not doing the regular studies. So hope you all will do it. Please do it. It is for your benefit. Okay. So make sure today you see in the last class, in the last chapters, we have done the demand, determinants of demand. We have done movement and safety along the demand curve. Today in the other chapters of your book, we have chapter 3, that is your elasticity of demand. So today we are going to do elasticity of demand. Okay, in elasticity of demand, we are going to see how demand changes when there is a change in your price of a goods. Now you see, when there is a fall in price, what amount of demand increases or decreases, that we have already studied in the last chapter. So in this chapter we are going to see what is the consequence, what is actually is taking place when price increases and decreases, what is the amount of goods that is actually bought by the consumer. Okay, so here we are going to see the responsiveness of your changes in price. When there is a change in price, what effect can we actually see in demand, that is considered to be the elasticity of demand. Because you see in economics, which is a life studies, okay, it is not a story. Now you see, here we don't study only the theoretical parts. Here we need to know about actually what is taking place. Okay, now we can say that price is decreasing, demand is increasing. But in economic, we need to find the answers. At what rate the demand increases or decreases when there is change in price. So in this elasticity of demand, we are going to see what consequences are taking place. Okay, so one by one, there are 5 different types of elasticity of demand. So you see the degree of price elasticity of demand we are going to talk. Okay, now you see, first we are going to see what do you mean by elasticity of demand. Okay, elasticity of demand is nothing but it is a change in quantity demanded to the percentage change in price. That means the quantity demanded will get changes due to percentage change in price. That means when there will be increase or decrease in the price, naturally the demand is going to be affected. So that is considered, that is known as elasticity of demand. Okay, it is the rate at which the quantities are bought when there will be a change in your price, or we can say it's a percentage change in quantity demand due to percentage change in the price. Okay, so you see the quantity demand will get changed due to percentage change in price. So you see, and it is called elasticity of demand. So in elasticity of demand, this was the meaning. So keep the meaning in mind. Now in this price elasticity of demand, like there is a change in demand due to percentage change in price, we are going to see the 5 different type of elasticity of demand. Okay, so here also you will be having a 5 diagrams with 5 points. Okay, and it is also quite important topic for your board exams. So see, in degrees of elasticity of demand, there are 5 types. Degrees of degrees of price elasticity. Degree of price elasticity. Okay, now you see there are 5 degrees are there. So first we are going to see number 1, that is your perfectly elastic demand. Perfectly. Okay, so we are going to talk about perfectly elastic demand. Second, perfectly inelastic demand. The third one, we are going to talk about unitary elasticity of demand. Unitary elastic. So you see, first is the perfectly elastic, then perfectly inelastic, and here we are going to talk about unitary elastic demand. And in the fourth case, we are going to see elastic demand. Elastic demand. And in the fifth, we are going to see inelastic demand. So everyone, please look at the blackboard. See, so we are going to learn about degrees of price elasticity of demand. Now you see degrees we are going to learn. So there are 5 degrees. So number 1 is your perfectly elastic demand. We are going to do individually it explanations. That's your meaning with diagrams. Next is your perfectly inelastic demand. The third one is unitary elastic demand. Fourth one is elastic demand. Fifth one is inelastic demand. So we are going to learn about 5. And out of 5, 2 to 3 are very important, or sometimes all the points they ask in the board exams. Okay, so you see, you need to know all this, because until you don't know this elasticity of demand, so in the coming chapters it will be quite difficult to understand, because most of the concept will be based on these 5 different elasticity of demand. In that case, the student may not understand the chapter properly. So you need to know the meaning very properly, okay, whatever we will be discussing today. So hope you will be listening very properly, okay. And when you will get the books, make sure that you all are going through the books very properly. Regular learning is required in economic, okay. Every day's learning is required, because without work hard we cannot do anything in this theoretical subject. So have to work hard. So let's begin, okay, one by one explanation. So first you see degrees of price elasticity of demand. What we are going to learn, we are going to talk about first about perfectly elastic demand, second perfectly inelastic demand, third unitary elastic demand, fourth elastic demand, and fifth inelastic demand. Okay, so we are going to learn about the 5. So 5 cannot be learned at a time, so one by one we are going to do it. Okay, so first we are going to talk about number 1, perfectly elastic demand. Now you see, when a demand is said to be perfectly elastic, okay, now you see, now perfectly elastic demand. So when this demand is said to be perfectly elastic, okay, in which situations a demand is said to be a perfectly elastic demand? So you see the word perfectly elastic demand. Now you see the explanation, it is very easy. The concept is very easy. Most of you, those who have already taken economic in 10th, okay, you have done this same concept. So you see, now perfectly elastic demand means, so in this case what is going to take place? So in perfectly elastic demand, when there will be insignificant change in price, there will be unlimited change in quantity demanded. It means when there is a very small change in price, there will be unlimited change in quantity demanded. That means due to a very small change in price, the demand of the commodity is likely to be very high. So this sort of demand, or this type of demand, it is considered to be a perfectly elastic demand. That means in this case what is taking place? So here in perfectly elastic demand, the price of the commodity, there will be insignificant change in the price. That means very small change in the price, which will lead to unlimited change in the demand. That means there will be unlimited change in quantity demand due to change in your price. So change in price will be small and change in the demand will be infinite. That means unlimited. Okay, so you see in this sort of things, here what is taking place? That means very small change. So you can give an example. We can place here example. For example, if today the price of the gold decreases by very less percentage, for example maybe 1 or 2,000, so you may notice or you may see that the demand for the gold may increase. So this kinds of demand, it is considered to be your perfectly elastic demand. So once more I'm saying, so in this case what is taking place? So when there is a small change in your demand, that means when there is insignificant change in price, okay, so what changes will take place? There will be unlimited change in quantity demanded. So demand will be more than the price. So you see here very small change in price, but there will be unlimited change in quantity demanded. Okay, so for this we need to prepare the diagram. Please look at the diagram. So in diagram you have to prepare x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, common 0. Okay, you know, on y-axis price, on x-axis quantity. Now these all are your, this is your assumption diagram. So here you don't need to put any price, we need to assume. Okay, now you see we need to assume that there is a very small change in your price. Okay, suppose this is P and there is a very small, suddenly there is a fall in your price. P0. So when there is a very small change in price, there will be unlimited change in quantity demanded. So the quantity demand will be more. So people will demand more due to insignificant change in the price. You see in your book, this small change will not be shown directly, they will be given. Okay, so directly you can make it, or you can show that when there is a very small change in the price, there will be unlimited change in your quantity demanded. So this you can denote with D. Make sure this curve, it should not exceed the x-axis. It should be smaller than x-axis. And it will be denoted by ED. Elasticity of demand will be equal to, now you see in every elasticity of demand you have to give there's a particular sign is there. So here the sign will be equal to infinity. Okay, there is the sign of unlimited, that's infinity. So you see perfectly elastic demand. So when there is a very small change in the price, there will be unlimited change in your quantity demanded. Okay, so this is the diagram of your perfectly elastic demand. That means when there is a small change in your price, there is an unlimited change in your quantity demand. So this kinds of demand, it's said to be perfectly elastic demand. Okay, so this type of demand is considered to be the perfectly elastic demand. So you have to keep this in your mind. In your copy you have to write what I'm saying, the definitions. Okay, later on I'll be giving you the notes also. So later on you will, so what I'm saying you have to listen and please write it down and learn it and draw this diagram. So if you know, if you can, when you are listening the explanation, so automatically the diagram will come in your mind. So you see the explanation that when there is a very small change in your price, there will be unlimited change in quantity demand. So here also in the same thing you will be showing in the diagram, when there is a small change in the price, there is an unlimited change in quantity demand. And your perfectly elastic demand, it will show that is your elasticity, full form ED means price elasticity of demand equal to infinity. This is the sign of your infinity, that is unlimited quantity demand. Okay children, so this was about number 1, perfectly elastic demand. Okay, now we are going to do second one, that is your Okay, we are going to do the second one. The second one is perfectly inelastic demand. The second one is perfectly inelastic demand. Okay, so we are going to do the second one is your perfectly inelastic demand. So we have done just now perfectly elastic demand. So one other automatically will become easy. So what we have done just now, that is just opposite of this one, just opposite only. So here we are going to see in this is the opposite of perfectly elastic demand. So we have done perfectly elastic demand just now, number one, where there is a small change in price, and due to small change in price there is unlimited change in quantity demand. Now you see we are going here, we're going to see just opposite only. Okay, so in this case what is going to take place here, under your perfectly inelastic demand, okay, so there will be change in your price but there will be no change in quantity demand. So the quantity demand will have no change due to change in your price. So you see there will be change in the price but there will be no change in your quantity demand. The demand will be zero, demand will remain same. Only what changes will take place in perfectly elastic demand, there will be only changes in your price. So you see here the changes will be only the price, the quantity demand will remain the same. That means the quantity demand will remain the fixed, it will remain fixed, it will not change. So you see in the first one you have seen small change in price, demand was unlimited, and here there will be no change in demand due to change in the price. That means here there will be change in the price but there will be no change in your demand. In the first one you have seen there was a change in the price and demand was unlimited. Okay, so here you are going to see there will be no change in the demand due to change in the price. Okay, so please look at the diagram. So here in this diagram also you have to prepare x-axis, y-axis, y-axis, x-axis 0, quantity, price, okay, so price on y-axis, quantity on x-axis. Now you see, so here there will be change in your price but there will be no change in your quantity. Quantity will remain as it is only. Okay, so you see I'm showing with a very simple diagram. So you see, for example, P0, when the price was P0, okay, you see the quantity demand was Q0. Okay, so when the price was P0, you see the quantity demand, it became Q0. So if there is a fall in price, suppose there is a fall in price, I'm taking as a P. Okay, so what happens? Demand is likely to increase as per the law of demand. So there will be no change in your demand. So demand will remain as it is. So here, as your demand is not changing, we will show this diagram. We'll take this curve, it's higher, it's a demand curve, we'll write it D. So you see first, the demand was 0P0 and price was 0P0, quantity demand was 0Q0. Now suddenly there is fall in the price. So when there is a fall in price, there is no change in your demand. Demand is fixed. That means there is no change in your demand. Demand does not get any changes. For example, you are buying an necessity item. For example, necessity item. Take example of your salt. Today you see whatever the requirement of salt is there, people are buying. Today if the price of the salt will decrease by rupees 2 or by rupees 5, so what do you think? The people will go in the market and they will buy a bulk of salt? No. What is the actual requirement? The same quantity they will purchase. Either its price increases or decreases, because this necessity commodity we cannot maintain a stock in at our home. So that's why. So you see when there is a change in the price, there will be no change in quantity demand. So this is called perfectly inelastic demand. So here your ED, perfectly your elasticity of demand will be equal to 0. Okay, this is all sign you have to keep in your mind. So here in perfectly inelastic demand, so when there is change in price, there is no change in quantity demand, so your elasticity of demand is equal to 0. Okay, so keep this one in your mind. Next we are going to do number 3. Number 3 is also very easy. The number 3 is your unitary elasticity demand. Unitary elastic demand. Now you see in your unitary elastic demand, so its meaning itself is there in the topic only. Unitary elasticity of demand means when there is equal change in demand and price, that means whatever demand will be there, same percentage of price also will get changed. So you see, okay, so it is said to be unitary when the percentage change in quantity demand is equal to the percentage change in price. That means the percentage change in quantity demand, whatever demand is increasing or decreasing due to the same, and there will be a same decrease and increase in the price also. So the percent change in quantity demand is equal to percentage change in price, and it is considered to be a unitary elastic demand. That means the percentage change in quantity demand is equal to percentage change in the price. That means what percentage of demand is increasing or decreasing, so at the same rate the price will also increase and decrease. So this kinds of demand is considered to be a unitary elastic demand. Okay, now you see we are going to see the diagram. So diagram is also very easy. Now please look at the diagram. Okay, now in diagram, same, you will be mentioning with your x-axis, y-axis, 0, price, quantity. Okay, so here we are going to see that there will be same change in price and same change in your quantity demand also. So we need to see. Now you see first, when the price is P, you see quantity demand will be quite less. For example, Q. Suddenly there is fall in price. So when there is the fall in price, so you see whatever the percentage there will be change in price, same there will be change in quantity also. So you will be keeping a same quantity level. So you see at what rate the price is decreasing, at the same rate the demand is also decreasing. So the percentage change in quantity demand is equal to the percentage change in price. So this sort of demand is said to be unitary elastic demand. So now you are going to draw the curves. You will be writing it is the D. You will be mentioning it properly, and here you are going to write what that is your elasticity of demand, what it will be. Okay, so here unitary elastic demand and price is equal. So the percentage change in quantity demand is equal to the percent change in price. That means both is equal. So ED will be equal to 1. Here ED will be equal to 1. Okay, so the percent change in quantity demand is equal to the percent change in price. It's called unitary elastic demand. So this is the diagram. So at what rate the price will change, at the same rate the quantity is also going to change, and that is why it is denoted by 1, that elasticity of demand is equal to 1. Okay children, so this was number 3. Now let's do the number 4. So number 4 is also easy, is very easy. Now the number 4, we can call it relatively elastic demand, or we can consider it to be the elastic demand only. Okay, so you see we are going to do with elastic demand. Number 4, elastic demand. Now you see when our demand is said to be elastic in nature. Okay, so here when a demand is said to be elastic demand. So when the percent change in quantity demand will be more than the percentage change in price. So here your demand will be more than the percentage change in your price. So the quantity demand will be more than the change in your price. So you see here in elastic demand, the demand will be more than the price. So whatever the price changes will take place, the demand will be more than that. Today, if there is a 2% change in price, that means there may be 6 or 7% change in your quantity demand. So the percent change in quantity demand will be more than the percentage change in the price. So demand will be more than the price. So this kinds of demand is said to be your elastic demand. Okay, so you see here the demand is likely to be more than your price. Okay, so this kinds of demand is said to be your elastic demand. So let's see on the diagram. So in diagram also you are going to see that the demand will be more than the price. Okay, so you see whatever the changes will take place, so that then more changes will take place in your price. Okay, so we are going to see the diagrams. So please look again, the same x-axis, y-axis, x-axis, y-axis, 0, quantity, price. Now here I am just taking, so when the price is high, naturally your demand will be quite less. Okay, now you see when there is a change in your price, suddenly when there is a change in your price, so you see price is changed by this much, but the demand will be changed by more. So the quantity demand changes will take place more. So you see the percentage change in price is less, but the percentage change in quantity demand is more. So this kinds of demand, it is said to be your elastic demand or relatively elastic demand. So here elasticity of demand will be greater than the 1. So in this case what will take place? So ED, okay, so your elasticity of demand will be greater than 1. So when it will be greater than 1? When the demand will be more than the change in price. So you see the percent change in quantity demand is more than the percentage change in your price. So here the percentage change in demand will be more than the percentage change in your price. Okay, so if you listen the definition only, so automatically the diagram will become very easy. When you're mentioning the diagram, so make sure you are writing the elasticity which is denoting 1, 0, infinity. So this plays very important role. Okay, so quite important. So these are all diagrams you will be making in your copy. Now next you see number 5. So number 5th, see, we are going to see the last one, that is your inelastic demand. Number 5th, we are going to see inelastic demand. Okay, now you see what is inelastic demand, when a demand is said to be your inelastic in nature. Now you see here whatever we have done, the number 4 just opposite. So here the percentage change in quantity demand will be less than the percentage change in your price. So here the demand will be less than the change in your price. So here in inelastic demand what will happen? So demand will be less than the price. So there will be more change in price, but the demand will be quite less. In elastic demand what we have seen, the percent change in demand was more than the price. So here this is just opposite. So here the demand will be less than that of the price. So this kinds of demand is said to be your relatively inelastic demand, or you can directly inelastic demand. Okay, so here the demand will be less than the change in price. So you see with the help of diagrams. Now in this diagram also same, you're going to write x-axis, y-axis, 0, price, quantity. Now here we are going to see same way 2 price only. So the first one P, So we are looking the quantity, that's Q. So when the price is P, the quantity demand was Q. Now suddenly there is fall in the price. So you see there will be more change in the price, but there will be less change in your quantity demand. So you see at what rate the price is decreasing, at the same rate the demand is not increasing. So you see this kinds of demand, it is said to be inelastic demand. So here your ED will be your less than 1. Okay, so here elasticity of demand will be less than 1. Why it is less than 1? Because here the percent change in quantity demand is less than the percentage change in the price. So here price changes is more, but the demand is less. So when change in demand is less than the price, it is called inelastic demand. Okay, so today we have completed the topic of your different degree of price elasticity of demand. Hope you will go through and you will do it well. Okay, so chapter 3 is about elasticity of demand, so please prepare it nicely. Okay, so today I'm completing here only. Okay, so make sure you all are doing well. Thank you.